Welcome our viewers this evening in the studio with Mr. Bisai. Mr. Bisai has a vast experience in terms of morality, religion, and ethics. Karibu sana, Mr. Bisai.
Asante.
From an ethical point of view, do you think that the Kenyan politics has any element of morality in it?
I think to a large extent our morality as a nation is very low. Given what we see every day, we see people involved in the privilege of public funds, abuse of political office, and people who are genuinely wrong characters and individuals doing things in ways that even God himself cannot forgive, but they are pardoned at the political scene.
Who's to blame?
We are a decadent, a decaying society in every way, and we have only ourselves to blame for what we have.
Has religion failed to lead in moral terms?
When you look at Kenya and the Kenyans, even those who profess religion, Christians, Muslims, atheists, and others, they are all the same kind of group. And sometimes you see the practice of religion is just the same across the board. Whether we have any reverence for God, any understanding of what is good and what is not evil, what we should not profane, I don't think there is a big line that separates those things. We are just a mixed society that goes for anything.
Our political leaders, do they have respect to follow the moral teaching of the religious leaders in this country?
Largely, our political leaders do not have strong religious backgrounds. They are just people who sometimes they go to church, sometimes they go to religious in the mosque or whatever religion they practice. They are not adherents of any kind of religion to any meaningful level. They are just survivors, and they are guided sometimes by raw ambition and the need to make it quick by getting money wherever it can be got in a fast way.
So let us say that our politics is based, they are founded on religion, because even our national anthem is a prayer. Who is to blame most? Are they the politicians or the religious?
We inherited most of our religions from the white people who came here. So the kind of religion we practice in this country was never part of our culture and has not become part of our culture. We still have got inbuilt in ourselves rebellion and the tendency to reject the religion which we received from the West. So perhaps that is where the problem starts. We have religious institutions or value systems that are imposed on us, and our society has not quite accepted those value systems. So that's where we need to begin to investigate these issues from.
I hear religious leaders in their sermons, they are more about defeating the devil. You should fear the devil, you should give the sacrifice, so that some misfortune that befell your grandfathers don't befall you. It's the same statements that our deputy president is using while calling Raila Odinga Muganga. Do you really believe that there's witchcraft in this country and somebody can be witched and not perform or become very productive in life?
Belief systems are just like that. If people strongly talk about witchcraft, then there's witchcraft. And if people make all the statements they make in public and in private have to do with witchcraft, then there is witchcraft. And they know there are witches in their midst. So if you hear a certain politician constantly referred to as mchawi, muganga, and somebody who practices black magic and sorcery, then there is truth to that, because he doesn't live alone. People around him must have seen him practice these things.
What do you think is the moral thing that the politics of this country should take going forward?
We have tried as a nation, when we put our moral code in the constitution of this country via chapter 6 about integrity, leadership and integrity. We thought we were getting it right, but I think we must go back to the drawing board, because the leadership that emerged from that constitutional dispensation and the citizenry as well did not embrace chapter 6 at all. So this chapter 6, whenever we say we got it from the people, sometimes we wonder which people, because it's not practiced by Kenyans.
Thank you so much, Mr. Bisai.
Thank you very much.